very good afternoon to one and all. Myself Anis Sultana, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Management Studies, SNS College of Technology. And now we are into the topic Introduction to Derivatives under the subject Derivatives and Risk Management. So now we know that we have come across what is the meaning of derivatives. We have quoted few or more examples and what is the definition. We have also discussed on the types of that is 4 types of derivatives available, that is forwards, futures, forward contracts, future contracts, options and swaps. So in previous classes we were discussing about the forward contracts, how does the forward contract executed takes place, and what are the important terminologies and who are the parties involved, and how does the settlement takes place, and how does the closure of the forward contracts takes place. Similarly, we have also come across for the future contracts as well. How does the future contract is on what basis it has been executed and how long it has been carried out, and what is the steps involved in future contract, and what is the important 3 terminologies used, and all the things we have discussed. Now we are entering into the option contract. So option contract, earlier we have discussed the meaning, and now we will into the deep discussion and what are the option contract types available. So we had a recap of future contracts, meaning, type, settlement, closure, etc. So what is the option contract? Contracts that give the holder the option to buy or sell specified quantity of the underlying asset at a particular price on or before a specified time period. So options are contracts where it gives you the right but not the obligation. So it gives the holder the option to buy and sell specified quantity of the underlying asset at a particular price on or before a specified time period. And what is the option contract? Options means that the holder, so we have earlier discussed, that is the holder has the right but not the obligation to buy or sell underlying asset. So it gives you the SOP, we can consider as the standard operating procedures to be taken place, but not the contract. So if you take forward contracts or future contracts, definitely it has to be taken place on the specified period mentioned, that is the contract. Here we are also mentioning about the contract, but we are not giving you the obligation, right? So we are just giving you the right whether it can be whether the contract can be executed or not. Only the right has been given. So again, in options contract we have 2 types of options contracts, that is call option and put option. So here for example, we will see the first exercise price, that is the exercise price is nothing but the market price, current price. Exercise price is the $1,200. So the expiry date is May 1st of 2030. So here as a seller, I can make it as a call option, and if I am a buyer, I will make it as a put option. So as a seller, I am making a call option on a premium of $50. So seller is obligated to sell the stock at a predetermined price if the buyer exercises the option contract. So here the buyer has an option to buy the stock at a predetermined exercise price by exercising the option contract. So here again I'm selling a stock and at a reserve price up to until the expiry date takes place. So as we discussed earlier, we have a call and put option. So what is the stock price? When the value rises. So as a buyer, when the value, for example, if the market price is 250, if the value is rising to 300, definitely I will execute the call option. And the vice versa. For example, if the current market price is 250 and if the price is increasing, I may not execute the put option. So here option types very clear, the call and put. Expiration date is the expiry date we are fixing, right? For example, it is minimum 90 days, and buyer and seller. For example, if a call I am executing, it is a seller who is taking the contract, I am put him executing where the buyer is executing the contract. So this the things which we have come across, that is current price, strike price and expiration date. All these things have been discussed. So call gives the buyer the right but not the obligation at a given price. So here the current market price is 250, where after a month if the market price is 400, then I am gaining the net gain of 7500, excluding the amount to buy the call option, including the premium price. Okay, so how this amount to buy call option is, the premium is 25 rupees per share. So I am calculating 25 into 100, that is 2500 is the amount to buy call option. So because the shares are selling at a premium. So here suppose after a month if the price come down, as a call option execution I am not going to exercise the contract. In this put option, same the stock price is 250, but if the price is increasing, I may not exercise the contract because I may experience the net loss. So all these things we have discussed. That is the what is the call option. Call option gives the contract to buy the right to buy in future, where the put option give a right to buy sell in future. Call option also gives you a buyer can also be a put option seller, where put option buyer can also a call option buyer. So we will have the assessment. So options are contracts that give the purchasers whether the option to buy or sell an underlying asset, the obligation to buy or sell an underlying asset, or the right to hold an underlying asset, or right to switch the payment strips. So here we go for the option A. Options gives you the buy or sell an underlying asset, that is the right, not the obligation. See, in the second point we have the obligation. So obligation, the second point will not come. The right to hold an underlying asset, no. The right to switch the payment streams, no. So option is to buy or sell an underlying assets. So we have come across the meaning of options contract, important terminologies used, types of option contracts, and this is the reference point where we can have the direct connect with the notes where